Welcome to CoinGeek Backstage with me, Stephanie Tower. Today I'm here with Rachel Wolfson of Cointelegraph. Welcome to CoinGeek Conference, Rachel. How are you doing?
Thank you, Stephanie. I'm doing well. It's been such a fun conference.
I love it. And this is your first time to be attending CoinGeek Conference. How's your experience here?
So it's been a great experience. I'm focused on the enterprise space, and I've just been so impressed to see so many companies here at the conference using the BSV blockchain for enterprise use. So for me, it's been so educational. It's been a learning experience, and it's just been wonderful.
Amazing. And tell us about your journey. How did you get to be in this media space, and what led you to the digital asset space?
Well, it's been a long journey. I've been covering the blockchain space since 2017. I started initially I've always been focused on blockchain as a technology. So in 2017, I wrote an article for Huffington Post on blockchain being used for supply chain management. So ever since then, I got sucked in. Went down the rabbit hole, and I've been covering the enterprise space ever since. I don't really focus so much on the markets or breaking news stories, but like I said, my focus is enterprise, and there's so much innovation being done here with the BSV blockchain.
And that needs, coverage and exposure. And you said that you've been in this space since 2017. What have you noticed so far in terms of how the industry grew and, what are the changes?
So in 2017, we saw a lot of companies using private networks and for enterprise use. And so now we've seen this shift towards public blockchain networks. And that's really been kind of like the big difference that I've seen in terms of enterprise. Of course, we also, I've been through the ICO boom and bust, and now we're seeing the NFT craze, which is huge. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of the ICO craze. But I do think NFTs are here to stay. And like I said on the panel, I'm getting a ton of press releases, but there are some NFT projects out there that are really cool. And I do believe that they're going to make a big difference in this space and also in the mainstream.
Being part of this digital asset space as media, we get to really dig deeper in the space and what's going on in here. But what is your perspective in terms of how the mainstream media cover this space?
That's a good question. I never really read the mainstream media news when it comes to crypto and blockchain. I mean, occasionally I'll read CNBC, but I think that the crypto publications really do the best when it comes to the coverage. It's because they know the industry the best, and the reporters usually really think and do their research, as opposed to the mainstream outlets that I think they're getting the press releases and kind of regurgitating that. And they're like, oh, we look cool because we're writing about Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain. But at the end of the day, it's the outlets that are really getting those original comments. So I read the crypto outlet news more than I do the mainstream coverage. I think it's just more well researched. The writers are more knowledgeable. So yeah, that's been my experience.
So what do you think mainstream media should do in terms of, educating themselves and also their audience in terms of this space?
I think the mainstream media, they need to hire writers that have that knowledge already. And I know it's hard to find, it's very hard to find, but I think, a good writer, it takes more than just that. You need someone who's been in the industry for a while and who understands the technology. That's what's going to make the difference here. So I think when it comes to a CNBC and the typical news writer there, they're just looking at press releases most of the time. But if you have someone who's really knowledgeable and knows the industry, that's going to make the coverage a lot better.
Is there any particular information from this conference that struck you the most? What is that?
What struck me the most here was, like I said, the enterprise use cases with the BSV blockchain. Coming to the conference, I actually was very unaware of that. And I've learned so much about it. And now I'm just so excited that I have that knowledge, because when I write my enterprise articles, I can reach out to one of the companies that I've met here, reach out for comments, and put that they're using the BSV blockchain. It's not all about Ethereum when it comes to enterprise, which is what we're seeing a lot of right now with the public networks being adopted. There are other blockchains out there that are capable of handling, these enterprise transactions. So I think that's been the most impactful thing for me here at this conference, networking with those companies doing the enterprise stuff.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's so lovely having you here. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie.
That is Rachel Wolfson. I'm Stephanie, CoinGeek Backstage.
Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin wallet, blockchain, stablecoins, MetaNet, the evolution of money. Everybody is talking about Bitcoin today, but what exactly is it? Learn the basics from experts. Learn what Bitcoin is, how it works, and why it matters. Bitcoin 101, your ultimate guide to the fundamentals of blockchain.